It is a beautiful sunny day in December in Austin, and we're going to check out two of the best prices for the largest homes available in Easton Park. These are going to be two tours of Taylor Morrison homes. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of each, and yeah, get after it right now. Hey, Daniel here, your local Easton Park real estate expert. If you're thinking of making a move to Easton Park, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on the latest real estate news. You know, I was a teacher for 10 years before I jumped into real estate. I was actually a band director. I was the percussion director at Aikens High School down the road. I was there for the last 6 years of my teaching before I jumped into real estate. I found that a lot of the skills and values that drew me to education have really helped me as a real estate agent. Honesty, hard work, effective communication, and truly caring about my clients and their goals is what gets me up in the morning to do this job. So it doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Love to help you and your family find a great home, and great deal in the neighborhood. Great communicator, and I can't say great. All of that can be found in the description below. And let's jump into the tour. So we're going to start with this guy. So I'll see you there. All right, today was a great day to forget my hat. I'm going to squint for the first minute of this, then we'll go inside. So we are starting with Taylor Morrison home. This is their Sapphire floor plan. Let me look at my notes here. This is a 3,403 square foot home. It is a 4-bed, 3.5 bath, 2-story, 3-car garage tandem. You'll see that when we go inside. And this one is listed at $754,396. Now, something that makes this a really good deal, in my opinion, if you're looking for a home this size, is, well, looking at comps this size and what is sold. So recently sold comps that are over 3,200 square feet in Easton Park, you're looking at an average of $242 per square foot. This one comes out to $221 per square foot. So definitely much lower than the closed comps in the area. We are in Prospect Park, which is where most of the new construction's happening. And you can see where we're at. We're kind of in a semi-cul-de-sac here, so the back lot's gonna be a little bit bigger than your typical lots here. Well, let's check it out. Pretty long driveway. This is not fully completed, right? You're not gonna have that just open wood there. They still need to clean that, or actually to paint it. So not much of a front patio space here. Beautiful front door, 8-foot tall door. And again, lots of natural light. Now I came in earlier to turn the lights on, and not all of them work. So I think they're still doing some things in this house. Maybe they have some of the circuit breakers turned off, but we'll still get a sense of the floor plan, and I'll kind of point some things out. So flooring for this home is LVP flooring. I'm a big fan of LVP. I have it in my house. It feels like wood, it looks like wood. I'm not a big fan of the dark wood, but that's just my personal preference. We have the dining area over here. Now you don't need to use it as a dining area, but open. If you're having a lot of people here, it's a great spot to just put a table, lots of chairs, you have plenty of room to fit that. And then to the right, you have your home office space. Really good amount of space in here. Just the one window. I do wish there were 2 windows here. That would add a lot of natural light, but I do like that it looks out to the front, so you can see people walking up to your door while you're working from home. We'll go upstairs second, but moving straight forward, you have your half bath here. I really like the tile design they chose here. It looks great. Again, some of these lights, I just couldn't get to work today, so that's why the light is turned off. And then you're gonna have some storage, well, coat closet. You would think storage. I think storage is actually in the primary closet space, which is interesting. And then really opens up, massive, super tall ceiling with about 17 feet ceilings. And then we have the railing up there, so it's all very open. We're actually gonna go this way first to the primary. So primary bedroom is the only bedroom on the first floor. Massive primary, you can see no carpet in here with the ceiling fan installed and plenty of natural light coming in here. And then bathroom is great. So really interesting tile they chose for this one. Separated sinks with enough countertop space next to both massive windows, or mirrors, excuse me, that really open up the room. You have a his and hers linen closets, so 2 linen closets, very large walk-in shower with a sunken, and then floor to ceiling tile. You're gonna see that in all the bathrooms. It's a really nice upgrade Taylor Morrison decided to do. We have the commode, second linen closet, like I said, and then a really good size closet space here with the extra storage under the stairs here in the closet. So you do get that extra storage, and then the soaking tub with frosted glass, letting in a ton of natural light in here also. All right, let's check out the kitchen. So very long island here. And then we have the built-in range. You can see they haven't quite finished everything, right? So you will have a drawer there, but 5-burner range, beautiful big hood, suck that all up. And then lots of countertop space. Even with the sink in there, everywhere you look, there's just kind of a countertop sticking out. Back here is just where we came from, right? That connects to the dining room. Formal dining room, if you ever want to use it. If it was just me and my wife, we'd probably just be eating on the couch. And then you have a walk-in pantry right here. Mudroom area, and then this leads into the garage. I'm surprised there's no hooks here. I'm not sure, maybe they're gonna add that later, but it's a simple thing to add yourself, just somewhere to hang your coat. I don't know why you'd need a coat. It's December and I'm wearing a t-shirt here. I like the natural light coming in, especially because it's at the top of the garage, so I still have privacy, but letting in a ton of natural light here makes a big difference for the garage. And then this is the tandem, right? It's the third car bay. I can't find the tankless water heater. That must be on the outside of the garage. We can look at that when we go outside, but you do have the EV charger that comes standard in all of the Taylor Morrison homes. It really comes standard with most of the homes at this point in Easton Park. I don't think any builder doesn't offer that anymore. And then before we go outside, your utility room is down here. Massive utility room, again, really cool. I think it's the same flooring as that half bath. I like that we have natural light coming in. Wish we had some cabinets, but you know, there's no such thing as a perfect house. All right, let's check out the back. So you do have, as you can see, well, you didn't see, but I almost hit my head there. You do have this space where you can put kind of a breakfast table, small dining table here. If you're a small family, that's probably what you're mainly going to use. So we do have the stackable glass door that goes all the way out. Honestly, you're not going to use it that much, and for the 3 days of the year that the weather's great where you want to keep it open. This is an okay patio. I was kind of expecting a little bit bigger. It's a pretty good size, so I'm not diminishing that. Just, you know, for a house this size, you would think it's going to be a massive patio. Down here, I don't see that tankless water heater. That's somewhere. This is not a very deep yard. It is very wide though, so let's walk over here. I like that they put the stone on the perimeter. I haven't seen builders do that too often in Easton Park. And then this is kind of a wedge-shaped lot, so you actually get more yard over here, which is a little odd. So, perfect world, I would have swung the house the opposite direction and have the patio over here, so you just kind of get to enjoy more yard space. I mean, there's reasons why in the HOA you can't have like different swings, meaning different orientations of the garages on the left or the right. It kind of has to be the same going down the street. So that's why they had to keep the floor plan like this. But for this specific lot, it would have been nice to flip it. It's also a reason why, if that really matters to you, going with the new build route can be a reason to go that way, because you can choose, if you're the first on the street, you can choose sometimes which way your house is swung, so you can utilize the backyard how you would want to. All right, let's go upstairs. I was really impressed with upstairs when I came in earlier. A few things as we make our way up there. So for those of you new to Easton Park, I live here. I've lived here since 2021. I can give you a few facts about the neighborhood. So tax rate here is 2.7%. That is higher, but it's also new construction, so it's typical for new construction. Definitely, if you are buying for your primary residence, file a homestead exemption, right? That's gonna save you quite a bit because they just changed the proposition. There was a proposition that just changed the amount, walking upstairs, okay. They just changed the amount that is the assessed value taxable for the school district. So, for instance, in Easton Park, we're part of Del Valley ISD, okay? If you have a house like this and they assess it at $750,000, They're going to take $140,000 off that and actually assess it at $610,000 for the Del Valley ISC tax, which is about 1%, 0.9 to 1%. So that's about half or a third of your taxes right there, lowered because of that homestead exemption. So really important you file that whenever you move into a new home. Second thing to know about Easton Park is the HOA. HOA costs $71 a month. You have a gym, we have 2 infinity pools, lots of trails, lots of parks. Right? It's called Easton Park for a reason. They really emphasize putting a lot of outdoor areas in every section of the neighborhood. And then this neighborhood is going to be completed fully in 2037. So quite a while to go from there. Just going to continue building south, okay? With quite a few things coming our way. We have an HEB scheduled to be open at the end of 2027. That'll be on McKinney Falls Parkway and William Cannon. And then there's going to be a town center with something like a Target or a Walmart, a bunch of shops, restaurants on the east side towards 183. I'm not sure when that's going to break ground, but that should be done within the next 5 to 10 years. So that's something to look forward to too. All right, cool. I've talked enough. Now we are upstairs. So you can see some natural light coming up here also. It's really open. I like how open the floor plan is. You can really see every corner of the house no matter where you stand. And then it looks like they're doing some work here. This is a really good sized bedroom. Just the one window. I wish there was another, but you do get an ensuite, which is really nice. So floor to ceiling tile again. You know, builder quality tile. It's not the greatest tile ever, but it's interesting. And then lots of natural light. It's also nice because it's a wedge-shaped lot that we're not just staring at the side of a house. It's off in the distance. Lets in more natural light and a little bit more privacy because they're further away. And then a decent closet space for a guest room. And right at the top of the stairs. And then this overlooks right down there. And then we'll go this way first. We have a Jack and Jill situation. So here's the next bedroom. It's okay size. It's actually pretty good size. I really like they added the second window here. That makes a huge difference. Just looking out to the front of the house. Nothing but sky there. That looks great. And then a decent closet space for a guest bedroom. And then we have the Jack and Jill situation. So linen closet, sink, really good amount of space for the countertop there. Floor to ceiling again. I really like when they do that. They have the built-in shelf already. That looks great. I didn't check. Let's do the soft close test. Nope. No soft close here. I do like they went with a single faucet. It's really easy to clean around that. It's just that one cylinder. And then this goes into the fourth and final bedroom. Again, 2 windows. I love that they did that. That really does add a lot, having this small window here, so we're not just having to rely on this one, staring at our neighbor. And a pretty good sized closet again for a guest bedroom. Now, something I really like about this floor plan is we have 2 more rooms. So it is a 4-bedroom, as I make my way past the ladder. But now we're at the end of this little hallway, and this first room is our media room. Really good amount of space in here, perfect for watching movies, and they've really done a good job with putting enough outlets and then pre-wiring it for surround sound. So these blank patches, that's where you would attach your speakers. They also have it up here too, so if you wanted to do words today. If you wanted to project, there we go, projector. You could put that up there too, and then you can hide the wires right there. So they really did think of everything for this room. It looks great. And then this last room, just kind of a landing, right? We don't really get a landing, so you have more of a media room, hangout space, maybe another TV room. I love the amount of natural light in here. This room could really be anything, maybe a crafts room. Right, if you don't have kids, if you do have some teenagers, this is their kind of hangout spot. Put a couple couches in here, a little bit of space from downstairs. So cool. There you have it. That's the Sapphire. That was the lower price of the 2 homes we're checking out today. I really like this floor plan. I like that the primary is downstairs. I kind of wish the second room that we saw that has the ensuite, I wish that was downstairs also, just because I'm seeing more buyers wanting to have a space for elderly people in their life to either live with them or stay and not have to walk upstairs. So that's really the only downside I'm seeing with this. And then I wish it was swung the opposite way, but we can't really control that just for the yard space. Good amount of yard space, especially for Easton Park. Just it's kind of weird that most of the grass is on the side away from the patio, but it is what it is. So yeah, I think this one's a pretty good steal. So now we're gonna check out one more. This one's gonna be much larger and a little bit more expensive. So I'll see you at house number 2. All right, now we're at house number 2. So this is their Larimer floor plan. This is actually their largest floor plan. This is 3,771 square feet, so almost 400 more square feet than the previous house. It is also a 4-bed, but you have an extra bathroom, so 4.5 bath, 2-story, and also a 3-car garage tandem. This one's listed at $797,627. Now remember the average closed price per square foot that I talked about, that was $242 for comparably sized homes selling in Easton Park. For this one, that comes down to $211 per square foot. So about 400 more square feet and about 40,000 more for the price. We are actually on the same street that we were just on. We just came from the house all the way down there. So we're still in Prospect Park. This house faces north. The previous house faced south, so different sides of the street. Let's check it out. I love this beautiful, or this exterior. So we have this stone and stucco look. It looks very clean, very nice. This one is on an elevation a little bit, so we do have that sloped driveway. I know it's important to some people. The garage is massive, so you probably won't really need to use the driveway. We do have a much larger front patio space, so if you see yourself, getting the rocking chairs out and actually utilizing the front patio, you could do that here. I also love the amount of stone. I mean, you can see, we're in the Alamo right now. This is a lot of stone right now, so you are surrounded with it. All right, let's check it out. 8-foot tall door, right? All the doors are gonna have the codes lock included. So very different, right off the bat looking at the front. Different and kind of the same. We have that staircase, but then we still have the dining room, formal dining to the left. A lot more natural light coming in here, it feels like. And then you still have your home office to the right here. 2 windows, love it. You get way more natural light. Well, a little bit less actually, because you have so much front patio, but you can see people coming up to your front door. You know who's knocking on the door, who's trying to sell you solar panels. Like the 8-foot tall French doors, that looks great. I also prefer, personal opinion, I prefer this color of LVP flooring throughout. Now before we get to the main area, we're actually gonna go right first. So this is where our half bath is. Same tile it looks like as the previous one. Decent amount of space in here. The pedestal sink. 8-foot tall doors throughout. And then here is the garage. Now, they don't have a mudroom here. That's an easy thing to add a bench here, add some hooks, right? I don't want to say that's really a deal breaker, they didn't include that. This garage is massive though. Look. That is much wider. I think where that wall sticks out, that's where, the last house tandem garage was. So this is much wider. I don't know why, just for whatever reason. They put some of the square footage into the garage with this floor plan. So you got way more space in here. Definitely prefer this garage. And then this is actually one of the pros to me. So we have our utility room here. Again, no cabinets, can't have everything. One thing about cabinets, and small things in general, right? Everyone knows you can't get the perfect house, you're gonna have to give up something. There's small things that you can add after the fact. So you really want cabinets? We can get someone out here to put in cabinets after closing, right? Never let small things like that dissuade you from a house you love otherwise. It's more big things. It's more, well, I need the primary bedroom downstairs and it's upstairs. We can't fix that after the fact, right? That's an architectural issue. So small things like this, most of them you can get fixed, changed however you want it after closing. So that's a small thing. But the main thing I like about this room is that it connects to our primary closet. And so here we're in the primary closet. Same tile all the way through, going into the primary bathroom. Now this bathroom, I also prefer the layout over the previous one. I like that This seems like a bigger shower. I may be wrong. It feels a little bit bigger. I don't remember having a bench on the last one. Again, you have a rewind button. You can tell me if I'm wrong there. But I also like the soaking tub is in the corner, right? The last one, it was right in the middle, and I know I would kick it with my shin at least a dozen times living in that house. So this is nice. It's tucked away in the corner. Still have the natural light coming in. Still have the separated sinks with a decent amount of countertop space. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the color scheme of this bathroom. It's a personal opinion again. It's kind of beige. Like, I like the cabinets, that's interesting. We have the black handles and the black frame around the shower, but all the tile they chose, especially floor tile for the shower, it's a little bit boring, but that's, again, personal opinion. Here's the primary bedroom, definitely a lot wider than the previous one, but I think they're both comparable as far as size. And now we're in the main living area. So very tall ceilings. Again, they look about the same height as the previous house. You can tell this stackable door, right? It's much wider. You're taking up basically an entire wall to have this. That looks great. Where we came from, where we started, I should say. And then very similar, I would say, as far as the amount of countertop space you get with this kitchen compared to the previous one. You can just, it's a little more finished, right? So you can see the drawers underneath. You can see the built-in oven, microwave, dishwasher, sink looking out to the main living area. If you want a fridge, we can get you a fridge. These are easy things to negotiate. Walk-in pantry right here underneath the stairs, really cool. So a little bit more space with that pantry. You also get a second pantry. So a lot more storage here. And then you get what we call a butler's pantry, just this kind of walkway here where you can kind of prepare dishes, put them on here, and then over here for guests. If we have a lot of guests over and we want to utilize that dining area. This is a weird one. I don't know what this room is. There is nothing in here. So, I don't know, maybe that's where you put your cleaning supplies, I would guess. A little strange. Let's check out the backyard. So something else I like about this, you have the side door as well as the sliding stackable glass doors. It's nice having the side door, especially if you're a pet owner, because you can change that out after the fact and put in a doggy door in a different one. So it's a little harder to do if you only have the sliding doors like the previous house had. So you have some options here. Beautiful back patio. This is massive. This is definitely what I prefer, and it's all covered, so you don't have to do any adjustments with extending your concrete. I mean, this is all done for you. You have your gas outlet right there, so your grill would go right here. And then this is just more of a typical traditional yard. So very rectangular. You can see the stones start there, and then stones start there, right? So very easy to maintain. I also like this lot specifically because the back neighbor, the back street is about 3 feet higher than us. So it gives you a little bit more privacy with that small retaining wall. It just raises the fence height a little bit, which is nice. And then these are all pre-wired, so you can easily add a fan out here. That's what I would do. Maybe 2 fans, there's a lot of space out here. And then it looks like the backsplash is glass. Maybe not. Is that just tile? Yeah, that's tile. Okay. That looks good. Walk down here. This is your coat closet. Very high up. Not sure why the builder decided to do that. I love the amount of natural light coming in there. And let's go up the stairs. One thing I don't like about this house, and I remember this house specifically because I remember touring it with a client a month or 2 ago, and the first thing I did when I walked in is I banged my arm against this. So I don't really like that this sticks out. Now it's me just being clumsy, but it's just something to consider. I wish this was tucked away a little bit. Again, personal preference. These are not make or break things, but it really does stick out into this walkway quite a bit. Something I forgot to say with the last home, which is applicable to this house, is I like that we don't have carpet on the stairs. It's a really nice touch. And then you get carpet when you go to the landing, that's more normal. So this is a 4-bedroom, right? So here's the second bedroom we're looking at. Just the one window, kind of boring. And that's also an open lot, so there will be, we will be looking at a wall there eventually. So I do wish they had a couple more windows like the previous house. They did a good job with that. Closet space, pretty good. And then something I like about this floor plan, all 4 bedrooms have an ensuite. So they all have their own private bathroom connected. Linen closet there. This is a great guest room. Right at the top of the stairs too. Looking out, right? Lots of natural light. We're gonna go down hallway number 2. So this has a bathroom where you have access from the hallway, but it is connected to our 3rd bedroom. Again, just one window. I wish we had more natural light coming in here. Decent sized room, really good sized closet space for a guest room. Yeah, this feels about, I'll say maybe a 10 by 12 room. It's pretty big for a guest room. Maybe 11 by 13 actually. And then our 4th and final bedroom, again the one window. This feels more like a 10 by 10 room, a little bit smaller, but they still get their own little bathroom attached. So I was really impressed that each one has their own bathroom ensuite. And then the closet is behind the entrance, more of a typical size closet. And then just like the previous home, we have our media room, pre-wired for a projector and TV. It looks to be the same size as the previous house. And then tucked away in the corner here is our kind of flex space game room area. Again, pre-wired so you can put a TV here and hide the cables very easily. Behind the sheetrock and lots of natural light coming in. Not as much natural light as that previous house, so yeah, I think comparing the two, because they're relatively close, right? If you're looking for around a 3,500 square foot home, both of these would work. There's about a 40,000 difference, so not a huge difference in my opinion, as far as if you're looking in the mid 700s to high 700s, both of these work really well for you. I think for me, pros for the previous one, a lot more natural light in the bedrooms and in the game room. I think that's maybe important to you if you have teenagers, if you have kids who are gonna be living in those rooms, just getting a little bit more natural light in those rooms is important. With this one, I really like the garage space is much bigger for that tandem. That back patio is awesome. Like I would definitely be hosting a lot of barbecues back here if I had that much covered space. And then decent amount of privacy too because of that raised retainer wall. Not a big fan of the staircase kind of jutting out. Again, these are small things, but otherwise they're relatively similar. I do like the utility rooms connected to the primary closet. I have that in my house and it's a game changer. It makes laundry so much quicker because you literally just grab it from the dryer and hang it up. Like it's 2 steps away from each other. So that's definitely a nice thing about this one. But it really just depends on what's important to you. I will say before I end the video, the incentives that Taylor Morrison is offering. So for these, you can get a few different ways of financing. You can do what they call forward commitment. Now, if you ever hear a builder say forward commitment, it basically means they're going to they're going to lock in an interest rate for you for longer than 30 days. So that's what they mean by that. They're offering a forward commitment of 4.99%, a 30-year fixed loan, which is good, right? The market right now this morning was about 6.32%. So 4.99 is definitely gonna save you quite a bit in your monthly mortgage payment. Or you can do a 2-1 buy down. What that means is first year, I believe it would be 2.99, or I take that back, 3.99, second year 4.99, and then fix at 5.99. And then the other one they offer is an ARM, an adjustable rate mortgage. Now, I will say, when I first heard of adjustable rate mortgages, I was probably 10 years old, and my dad told me never get one of those. And I've always been kind of, okay, leave that at arm's length. I don't want anything that's gonna adjust with the market. Honestly, when I learned more about it, it's something that could potentially work for people. So most adjustable rate mortgages are 7/6, and what that means is for the first 7 years, it's a fixed mortgage rate, right? Say you get an ARM for 4.5%. First 7 years, you are at 4.5%. That's a great interest rate. After 7 years, it's going to adjust every 6 months. And so that's what a 7/6 ARM is, okay? Now, the reason I say it could work for you is, say you're moving into this house and you have middle school age kids. You know when they graduate high school, you're gonna wanna downsize. When they're off doing their thing after high school, this is too much house for you. You know you're probably gonna sell this in 7 years. Well, then I would go with the ARM, because you're gonna save a ton of money on that lower interest rate, and you are going to sell it in 7 years regardless, right? So go for that, right? But if you're, well, this is my forever home, I think I'm gonna stay here for at least 20 years, do not get an ARM, right? Get the fixed rate, get whatever works best for you. If you're paying with cash, Taylor Morrison is also offering 2% of the sales price towards closing costs. So that'll save you about $15,000 up front if you go with that. All right, that was a lot of numbers, a lot of talking. So thank you for sticking with me with this. If you are considering purchasing a home or selling a home in Easton Park or even the greater Austin area, you can always give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Love to help you, get to know what's important to you, also be your advisor through it and help you figure out what's important to you, and just give you my honest opinion. You know, a lot of times when I tour homes with clients, I'm the one finding all the issues. I don't think I've ever sold a house to anyone. I'm the one going, well, is that important to you? Would that annoy you? What do you think about this? I would get an inspector to check that. You want someone in your corner when you're looking for something that's probably gonna be the largest investment of your life. So if you are considering moving, buying, or selling, again, my contact info is down below. And until next time, I hope to see you guys around town.